My journey started in the medical industry, particularly in science and diagnostics. I worked in diagnostics for over 10 years, worked in cancer research, worked in hemato-oncology, diabetes, and male infertility. And here's what I've realized. We're always talking about sickness. We never talk about prevention of health and how we can prevent people from ending up in a hospital bed or ending up with chronic illness. So today's talk is going to be different. I'm going to be talking to you personally, having a personal conversation to you about your health. We all want to feel good, stay fit, and be healthy for the rest of our life. Nobody wake up in the morning and say, well, I don't mind being sick today. We only hear people talking about their health when something is going wrong. Again, I've never heard someone saying in the morning, well, my stomach is perfect this morning, my eyesight is wonderful. We always talk when something is wrong. Have we realized, particularly I'm asking you as an audience, have you realized that as science advances, technology advances, information than ever before, and yet health-related problems are on the rising? Have you asked yourself that question? I've asked myself that question. There's a lot of money spent on diabetes research, cancer research, yet we have more incidents of cancer, more incidents of diabetes. What is the problem? We need to treat the root cause of this problem, which relies on our diet. Unfortunately, we neglect our diet. We think that whatever we're eating is benefiting us because we rely heavily on the marketing, we rely on the high street telling us what to eat, advertisement. But are we nourishing our body, or are we just filling our stomach and feeling full, but we're not actually, the body is not actually taking advantage of what we're eating? This is down to what we used to eat before and what has happened in between. We used to eat from Mother Nature, as you can see on the slide. We used to eat food that is full of nutrients. The soil was rich. The soil was full of minerals, and we were absorbing that because we're absorbing the food. Our gut microbiome was working in balance. And there's an important part in our human biology and in nutrition called essential fatty acid. The clues in the word essential. Essential because your body can't produce it. You need it from your diet and you need it from supplementation if you can't break that down. So science has told us that the essential fatty acid is divided into two parts. One is called omega-6, which is pro-inflammatory, and one is called omega-3, which is anti-inflammatory. We both need them because the body can't produce them. We need to have them in an ideal number or ratio. They do two opposing things. One is good for you when you're bleeding, stop the bleeding, and one is good for you to make your blood run so you don't get blood clots, you see. Now, the diet we've been eating has been influencing that ratio. What do I mean by that? If you eat way too much of the pro-inflammatory omega-6, that will have an impact on the positive good omega-3. So we need to have science recommended 3:1. Scientists and doctors are obsessed with numbers because it's important. It's an indicator. It's a reference to our health. Like your blood pressure, you need to have it with a certain rate. Anything goes above that need to be treated. Your blood glucose need to be a certain rate. Similarly here, with essential fatty acid and omega-6 and 3, there is a ratio, a number that gives you an indication of where you are health-wise. We started to eat ultra-processed food, unfortunately. The supermarkets are full of packaged food, full of ingredients, stuff that our body doesn't recognize, food that looks like food, but it's not giving us the value and the nutrient that we need. And as a consequence, the average ratio of omega-6 to 3 is gone all crazy, about 15:1, average 25:1. So from 3:1 being an ideal, now you're looking at 15:1. Okay, let's look at this from a cellular perspective. Let's dissect how is this affecting the body internally. Affected from a cellular perspective, our body consists of trillions of cells. This is a basic biology lesson. Your body consists of trillions of cells. These cells need to be operating optimally. They need to function well. Your eyes consist of cells, your hair, your skin, your internal organs. And there is a cell membrane that is the gateway for the cell. It's basically telling the body, okay, I'm healthy, now the nutrient can enter. If the gateway is not healthy, you say, okay, I can't function well, therefore the nutrient can't enter. So imagine this, that your cell in a constipated and starving state, but it can't get rid of what's inside, toxin-wise, waste-wise, and it can't allow the nutrient to enter. That's exactly what's happening to your cells from that ratio of omega-3, 63 is out of balance. In the right-hand side, you can see a normal functioning cell is nice and soft. The membrane is nice and fluid, so you can see the nutrient flowing nicely and the waste exiting nicely. On the left-hand side, however, that cell needs a bit of attention, is inflamed, the cell membrane is rigid. It's just a comparison between a nice grape, nice and ripe and soft, and a raisin. You can see the difference, one is soft and one is hard. So to achieve a healthy cell membrane, we need a 3-to-1 balance between omega-6 and 3. That out of balance has huge consequences on our body. Some of it that we can notice, and some of it is silent, we can't notice. For example, reduced brain function over time. What do you think happens when you neglect in your brain health, your EPA and DHA? I'm going to talk about that in a minute. That's when you start having signs of dementia, Alzheimer's, down the line, but that happens over a course of 20, 30, 30 years. So what you're doing in your 20s and 30s will reflect what happened in your 60s, 70s, and beyond. Again, reduced heart function. That's the #1 cause of death globally, is heart function. How do you look after our heart? That pumping machine that is keeping us alive, is circulating nutrient and oxygen around our body. Reduced organ function, all that important function, our liver, our kidney, our stomach, our intestine, all of these organs need to be in harmony and in balance. And other stuff like small little things like joint and muscle aches. When you wake up in the morning, you have a brain fog, you're tired, you feel lethargic, you feel you catching infections and everything. That's all to do with that imbalance. You have too much of inflammation inside your body. Science and nutrition and medicine have been talking about this for a while. It's talking about essential fatty acid, the polyunsaturated fatty acid, and there's over 39,500 publications on the importance of omega-6 and 3. We just pulled one for you just to highlight this important. You can read this in your own time. It says, and basically the summary of the abstract of this paper is telling us an excessive amount of omega-6 to 3, as found in today's Western diet, and high omega-6 to 3 ratio promote the pathogenesis of many diseases. The pathogenesis is like the foundation of a nice fertile land for diseases. But the great news is a ratio of 4-to-1 is associated with 70% decrease to birth and mortality. So what we're showing you today here is we're highlighting the risk, the danger, and we're also going to be talking about the solution. So if your ratio is too high, what can we do to reduce it to make it in that 70% decreased total mortality?
So of a couple of things. I want to use the word inflammation here, Aisha, because inflammation is what we worry about. And omega-6 fatty acids, which are in ultra-processed foods and are in seed oils, have been linked to colon cancer. Omega-3 fatty acids decrease the inflammation in your body. And high fructose corn syrup and stuff that's in ultra-processed foods also not only leads to inflammation, but has been linked to attention deficit hyperactivity disorder that is affecting at least 7 million of our kids, if not twice that.
So this is really alarming. This video we've extracted from Fox News on Dr. Mark Seberg. He's talking about inflammation. He's talking about ultra-processed food that we feed in our children, we feed in ourselves, and that is causing us huge complication down the line. So, how do you find if we are in that blue zone, the 3-to-1, or are we in that red zone, the inflammation zone, the danger risk zone? Simple blood test, dry spot test that you can take in the comfort of your own home that can tell you exactly where you are, just to show you an indication of what's happening inside your body, what's happening in your cell membrane, what's happening to your protection value, what's happening inside, your pro-inflammatory markers. This was my result. I considered myself healthy. I followed a good diet, but I knew inside enough of omega-3 because I never believed it works. So I was taking fish, but I was not taking the right oily fish. And this is what happens. I was faced with reality 12 to 1. Now, what happened to my test is being sent to an analytical laboratory to analyze it. This is an independent lab. We don't own, Zinzino does not own the test laboratory, but we analyze it on our behalf. We happen to be the largest partner, but they have other efficient partners, including big institutions around the world in North America and here in the United Kingdom, for example, University of Oxford, University of Cambridge, the Zoe app in the UK and the US. So this laboratory analyzed thousands of blood reports up to all these partners, including Zinzino. We have analyzed over 1.5 million results globally in every single continent. And it's in front of you here. Global average today, 97% of people are out of balance. They're bad. No wonder why diabetes on the rise. No wonder why blood pressure and heart disease are on the rise. In India alone, there's over 60 million people with diabetes. 1 in 4 suffer from joint and aches and problems and mobility issues. Why? Because not enough of the good essential fatty acid. How will we fix this problem? Let's be part of the solution. That's why Zinzino is part of this big campaign and revolution, is to educate people about there is a solution. Let's get you tested. Let's get you bringing that balance, bringing the out of balance into balance. We have assembled the best of the best in their field, led by Dr. Paul Clayton. We have assembled a scientific advisory board who brought the best brains in this area to come together to research and bring product to the market that can help people be back in balance. So Dr. Paul Clayton, with over 30 years experience in this field, has published over 200 publications, peer-reviewed publication, meaning that his work has been looked at by other scientists and approved that this is what peer publication means. Dr. Colin Robertson is a qualified nutritionist and exercise physiologist. He works with athletes, he works with medalists. This individual has got a wealth of knowledge when it comes to sport, when it comes to nutrition, along with other doctors like Dr. Natalie Prater, Stephen Trinisky, Dr. Paula Eddy, Dr. Angela Rizzo. All these in combination, they have over 300 years of experience if you take the years they've been in their field. So I'd like you to hear from Dr. Colin Robertson specifically, because when he was introduced to Zinzino, he was skeptical. He thought none of the omega-3 works. Why is Zinzino so special?
As a researcher, we always look to the best available evidence. And there was a paper published in 2018 that concluded that standard omega-3 simply didn't bring about a meaningful change. And that was really where this segue came in. And someone opened up my mind to this company from the Scandinavia, as it was described, called Zinzino. It was a good friend of mine who'd had some health issues and had been advised by his physician to take this product because it was the only one that worked. And I was skeptical because I'd read every kind of report that told me none of it worked. So why would it be different? And the difference came down to two parts that I found compelling. Part one was the fact that it was test-based nutrition. I'm a researcher, I'm a scientist. Test and analysis is everything that we do. If we can't measure it to a certain extent, we don't believe it actually happened. And not only was there a test, but the test was administered and managed by one of the most reputable laboratories in the world. So this captured my interest. I knew that something different was going on here. And then I looked at the product and realized that there was genius behind the innovation. And the genius was really, really simple. Because in nature, wherever we find that omega-3, it's naturally bound to the polyphenol. And what Zinzino had done, uniquely and successfully, was rebind the polyphenol. So before I looked at anything else, I knew that what we had here was disruptive. It was a huge change to the industry.
You heard it from Dr. Colin Robertson. It's unique, it's disruptive, and this is why, because of the synergistic formula. The actual formulation of the Zinzino balance oil, the solution. So after you get yourself tested, you want to get you bring your result back into balance, and you bring your overall body into balance. Now just look at the ingredients here. Let's look at the ingredients here. You have the EPA, DHA, and DPA from omega-3 from wild fish. That's the most important thing that your body needs. Now, combining that with the polyphenol, that's a powerful combination because polyphenol, the chemical structure of polyphenol in nature, you always find it bound to the omega-3 and don't, or the other way around. Omega-3 is always bound to the polyphenol to keep it potent, to keep it sticky, and to allow the body to absorb it. We infused it with vitamin D and vitamin E. Now, this is very clever. Vitamin E helps to repair the cell membrane. So all that damage to cell membrane that you've seen, it helps to repair it. Vitamin D boosts the immune system, and having an adequate level of vitamin D helps your body to absorb your vitamin C. So during the winter, when I see people buying vitamin C to protect themselves, I smile and say, if your vitamin D is not in check, if your vitamin D is low, your body's not going to absorb vitamin C either. You basically have an expensive urine, just flying through your body and wasting your money. So you need to up your level of vitamin D for your body to absorb vitamin C. Now, we're not saying that anybody can take this balanced oil whenever they want, however they want. No, we specifically want you to take it based on your weight. You multiply your weight by 0.15. The reason being is we have different body mass. So if you're taller, shorter, bigger, slimmer, you need to have that based on what your body needs, so you're not overdosing or underdosing. Our products are for the highest quality, made with care. We are GMP compliant. We are friend of the sea. We're keto, we're natural, we're halal. We have all the certifications to prove so. The other day there, I was actually reading on where they're getting the fish from and who's actually harvesting it. If I can use that word, the fish, they actually use it from the Atlantic near the coast of Chile, because that's supposed to be the clearest water. There's no contamination in Chile and Ecuador, that region. So there you go, some additional information. Now we can just show you can have a visualization in this. 60% of the pure high-grade fish oil from small sustainably caught fish, and 40% pure harvested premium extra virgin olive oil. So this is the combination. When I was making this unique, when I looked in the market before, I could never find a unique product that I could trust. I always look at the back of the product and I would say, no, I'm not buying it. Even if the company is well known or they did their research and their advertising, we don't get fooled by that. I just want to know exactly what's inside the bottle. It's like a Mediterranean diet in a bottle. Now, this graph here is showing you the reference from the STIF in August 2010, is why our balanced oil stand out from the other product. Again, because of the polyphenol, it keeps the oil potent and it allows the body to absorb it better, and also to protect your body from oxidative stress. Now, here's my result, my after result. I took my first result, then I started taking the balanced oil, 120 days, and I got myself retested. Now I'm back in balance 2.9 to them. Most people are back in balance in 120 days. 120 days is the time it takes for your red blood cells to renew itself. So your body is constantly renewing. But there's no point if you retesting after 2 months or 3 months or 1 month, because you won't have the exact number, because your body's still going through healing the old cells, still forming new cells. This is an example of a result. This is how you see on the screen. You have an overall ratio, basically to show you where you are. This lady's result is 23-1. She's eating healthy and she's 63. So she should be really looking after her health at that stage, but she didn't know. She took her balance test and found out that, oh my God, what I've been doing is not really helping my body. Her omega-3 index, which is the most important number you need to look at, was insufficient. Her overall protection value is insufficient. Her cell membrane fluidity are in the danger zone. Our cells are weakly shrunk and they're not absorbing all the nutrients. This is how after result after 120 days, brilliant is back into balance, omega-3 index, optimal, everything looks in check. Great news. Who needs omega-3? All of us. There's no discrimination from the day you're born to ripe old age. We need it for our body needs it for different functions throughout our adulthood, throughout when we get to 50 and beyond. We've got an immune system, our reproduction system, heart, brain, metabolic agent. This is really powerful to see this, because some of you ask me, oh, can a 2-year-old take this? Oh, can a pregnant woman take this? Can a gentleman take this? Yes, the answer is yes. Your body can't produce it. You need it. So talk about a market, talk about opportunity. Everyone, you're not selling something you need, you're selling something that everyone needs. Everyone, your body can't produce without eating the best of diet anyway. Now, these are the 18 health claims being approved by the European Food and Safety Authority that the balanced oil help to normalize brain function, heart function, and immune function. This is the most vital function in your body. Imagine that computer brain is not working. That is like sending information to your overall body. Your heart, that's pumping all the nutrients and the oxygen around your body. Your immune system, your defense line, your innate immune system. You need them in check. You need them to be up to speed to protect you. The rest are come under that umbrella. One that I'd like to highlight is the vision. It does really improve your vision to normalize your eyesight. I have testimony for that. I have some issues with driving long distances, and I always put in a strain on my eyes, and I realized that it's getting easier and easier because of the iron soil. Now let's take a look at other products. We have a range of products into 3 sections. There's not a lot of them, but let me just take you through the dry blood spot test. We have 4 of them. We have a balance test to balance your ratio between omega-6 and 3, vitamin D to show you where you are. That's another thing essential, as I said earlier. That's a good indicator for an immune response. HbA1c, that's the glycated hemoglobin, that's a precursor to diabetes. It will give you an accurate indicator on where you are and what you need to do. And we have a brilliant test, the gut health test that you just launched a couple of weeks ago. In terms of the omega-3 supplement, we have our balance oil comes in different flavors. The standard, we have it vegan to suit the vegan community. We have a water-soluble one. We have a premium oil, which is a 4-time concentration of polyphenol. It's the same amount of omega-3, but 4 times the polyphenol. Who needs to take this? I would say anybody over the age of 50. I recommend them the premium oil. No question. Unless your gut microbiome is 100%. Anybody over 50, they should be on the premium. Again, we have the premium oil in a capsule formula. That's another brilliant product if you don't like it with oil. And you have the Rego, which is extra virgin. Revolution with extra virgin olive oil. This is pure olive oil that you can take. I actually add it to my balance oil in the morning when I take it. You can add it to your salad. You can add it to your food as well, just to give you extra protection. In terms of the immune and restore support, we have our Extend, which is a multivitamin. We have into 2 different flavors, the natural capsules and the tablet, vegan and non-vegan. Protect, this is a brilliant product that protects you. It contains 3 and 6 beta-glucan. That's for your immune response and to help you absorb minerals and vitamins. Vitamin D, we have a chewable tablet for children, similar to the extended children. We have Zinzino, that's a cleansing for the spring. And we have the Viva Plus. Viva Plus is basically zinc, magnesium, and Afron to help you relax your nervous system and also help you with your sleep. And then the phycocyanin, one of my favorite product. This product is brilliant for athletes. It's brilliant for people who want to reduce inflammation. And we have testimonials on this from multiple people who have cancer. It reduces, your body's ability to eat the cancer cells. Fantastic result. Excuse me. There's fantastic reports and studies done on hypocyanin based on it being a cancer treatment. So you look it up and look at hypocyanin. It's a fantastic product to add to your regime if you are in over 50, I would say. Gut health, we have a xenobiotic. It's a dried, we call that a prebiotic. It is a food for your microbiome, but you get it in the morning on an empty stomach. You have the gold class, which is a turmeric with black pepper to help you fight inflammation, also boost your gut health, and our collagen boost, which is a fantastic product that contains 4 products in one. It contains marine collagen, prebiotic, vitamin C, and hyaluronic acid. I've never seen anything like it in the market. It's in a liquid formula with a cherry taste to restore your gut microbiome, your gut microbiota for your skin, and also to replenish and make your skin tighter. Now, the gut health, I'm going to end up with this in terms of the product side. We have an interview I'd like to share with you. It will give you better insight about why the gut test is revolutionary and why Zinzino is leading the world in home health self-screening blood test for your gut.
Well, today we have a special guest from leading Scandinavian health and wellness company Zinzino, Dr. Call. So welcome to the show. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for inviting me along. Nice to speak.
Yes, definitely. And we're excited to learn more about today's big announcement. So tell us about this exciting new gut health test. What is this?
Well, that's exactly what it is, Jordan. It's a gut health test. And I know that it's going to automatically startle some people. And they're going to say, well, how are you measuring the gut? And the gut gets measured in different ways. And really, this is the culmination of years and years worth of research and focus that we can actually look at the gut differently. We know more now about the gut than we ever did. And what we are bringing to the world is the first of a kind test that is not going to just tell them what's in the gut, but also how the gut functions, and more importantly, how they can optimize their gut health. So it's a very, very new, based on the best evidence and research. And dare I say, it's going to change the way things are done.
How does that test work?
So instead of just looking at different strands of bacteria, which has been dominant in the area of what people call gut or microbiome testing, what we've done is that we've been able to identify key kind of microbes. We're looking at metabolites. We're looking at things that and how they function within the gut. So we're looking at things like IPA and kinorine. We're looking at tryptophan. We're looking at the relationship of these things, because this tells us far more provocative data and information about how your unique gut is functioning and what you need to do from a dietary point of view to optimize that, either to restore your gut, to optimize gut health. Because I say this all the time, but I'm going to say it again. The gut is the center of the human universe. And we've known that for thousands of years, not just 5 years or 20 years. And if you address the gut, you address the entire human biological ecosystem. All it takes is a single drop of blood. It's what we call dry blood spot sampling. It's a particularly refined technique, so you don't need to reach into the toilet anymore. Those days are gone. There is nothing horrendous. You don't need to prepare yourself emotionally. It's a single drop of blood on a piece of paper. You return that to us, you follow the instructions, and then you've got your test results back to you, just to you, anonymously, in less than 2 weeks.
I think that's fantastic. So tell us about your third-party testing and what people can expect after doing the gut health test at home.
We utilize the Vitas laboratory in Norway. They're not a part of our company. We utilize them for testing. They've spent 3 years at least purely focused on developing the specific laboratory techniques and methods that can verifiably measure these things, quantify them accurately, consistently, so that we know that when we give information back to people, it stacks up, it's reliable, it can be interpreted meaningfully, and then they're empowered to make a positive change.
Yeah, that's great. And for those viewers who might not be familiar with Zinzino, what can you share about the company and the product offerings?
Zinzino are literally on a campaign.
to change the way in which health is done around the world. I'm very, very proud and privileged, in fact, to be their chief product officer and also the person who leads the science strategy. It's really important, more so now than ever, that a company is measured off its values and its ethics. And above all else, we are here to change health, to improve health all across the world. And we do that with everything we do. With every test that we offer, we're world leaders in fatty acid profile and omega-3 testing. We have the single most effective omega-3 supplement in the world, and we follow that through with food supplementation that has food-like functionality. It's effective. It is well, I say this to lots of people, so why not say it here? It's the antidote to the modern diet. It's so hard to change dietary behavior. And what we do is we enable people to make that easy.
Oh my gosh, that sounds amazing. You've sold me. So how can viewers and I learn more about the gut health test today? And the fact that we can do it at home is pretty cool.
Well, go to zinzino.com and go to Zinzino test, and you will see everything you need to know. We're a fully transparent company. We give so much information, guidance, so that you can make an informed choice.
Well, doctor, thank you so much for joining us today and in empowering us to take charge of our health. I really think that this is going to help a lot of people. And everyone at home, if you would like to see this interview, again, just head to First Coast News Plus.
Oh, brilliant. Dr. Colin Robertson summed it up in a beautiful 5 minutes interview. Why this is so unique. I just got to report to you that I've received my gut test report a couple of days ago. It's looking great, but you can see all these indicators about what's happening inside your gut. So the question I ask people is, what do you like to see inside your gut? Would you like to know if the center of the universe is working well, is benefiting you and your immune system? This is a summary of our health protocol. We address the overall body. We address it from a holistic approach. We're not just looking at one area. We're just balancing omega-6 and 3. We're also restoring your gut microbiome and to balance your cholesterol and supporting your immune system as well. Now, as a background for Zinzino, this slide is basically showing you how long we've been in the market. We are a global health and wellness company. We are a publicly traded company. We have strong financial growth, and we've been growing we've grown to reach 45 countries to do business with, and over 100 countries that we actually deliver our products. This is our growth as of 2024. You can see that we reached 193 million euro in profit, starting humbly in 2005, and we start growing and then beyond. It's all about timing. Now, as of 2025, we've got a couple of months left. Our aim is to reach 1 million customers. We have been working now. We've estimated our growth rate of 33%, and our projection is to reach 20 million customers by 2035. Now, we lead in the world in nutrition as a global mega trend. We know that most people taking product and they don't know if it's working for them. All these health supplement that people assume is working, but we have personally done this. We know most people that we've tested, 97% of people fail their balance test, but the great news is most of them pass after their second test. Now, if you're here for the first time and you're looking at this, we have two options for you. Option number one, to become a customer, utilize the system, receive your money back guarantee if you come back in balance, and get massive discount, significant discount on the product. Or B, if you'd like to become a business partner with us and get reward for your recommendation. So let's have a checklist on where we are. Proven company, absolutely. We've been in the market. Our longevity and our product, our scientific advisory board and publication, tick the box. Our product, incredible. We test, we digest. Everyone needs them. Nobody can't produce them. We're positioned for growth. This is an opportunity for everyone. Everyone needs to know where they're at. This is not just an option. It's not a cream on your face that you can put on. No, you need to know what's happening inside your body. And we have some proven earning that my colleagues are going to go through in a minute. How do you get started? You can start and join absolutely for free as a partner. And then you select one of these kits. We have 3 options for you depending on your budget, depending on how you'd like to start. If you'd like to start small and just try it for yourself, you have a basic partner kit. If you have a couple of people in your family, you can start with the middle pack, but most people will start with the ultimate partner kit because that's the one that makes the most sense in terms of saving and in terms of the product offering. You receive 10 balanced tests, and the overall saving is 66%. A retail at 3,000, you only receive it for 1,000. And the ultimate advantage here is we have a refund campaign, meaning when you acquire 25 customers on subscription, we will say, well done, we can refund you your total cost for the ultimate plan. If you can see the content here, you can use them, you can resell them, you can show to people. When you start your own shop, you want to have some product to show people. If you're talking about the gut health, if you're talking about immune health, you need to have product to show people rather than just showing a picture. Your running cost for the business, we call it the monthly auto ship. You see the monthly auto ship for 2 reasons. Number one, to keep your business running. Number two is to have some product coming to you that you value them yourself. So what you receive for the £69 a month, a balance of your choice, a balance supplement of your choice, you receive a balanced test kit every 4th order in the 4th month, just to keep you in check to see how you're doing. Are you going up? Are you going down? Are you staying the same in balance? Easy to share homepage. And also you receive an application, Go Call app for personal and growth, to learn about the product, to learn about the company, to learn about how to share this with others. And we have put an incentive for you. That £69, you can waive it when you recommend for customers. So it's all about sharing the positive news and helping others to take advantage of getting themselves tested and being back in balance. So when you refer 4 customers or maybe 5, you only pay for shipping for your monthly order. Now, at this point, my part is over. I've just shared with you the overview about the company, about the product. And now I'd like to introduce my dear friend, my colleague, my mentor, to take you through the next part of, if you'd like to become a business partner and you'd like to move this forward, what are the first steps you need to take in the first 120 days? Here's how I phrase it for the business-minded people. Would you like to go slow and painful? Would you like to go fast and fun? And if you'd like to take advantage of this, if you're looking for an extra income, all what you need to do is open your mouth and share it with others, and we will reward you for doing that. There's no other person I would like to introduce to take you through this part. This is a gentleman I have great respect for. He's a leader of leaders. He's got a great team that's working alongside with him in the United Kingdom and globally. I'd like to introduce my dear friend, someone I have huge respect for, Professor Douglas Juru. Over to you, Douglas, to take us to the next part.
Thank you so much, our Zinzino director, Taifoor. You have explained the science behind what we do, and it's an honor to follow through on the next step. So, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are, good morning, good afternoon, good night, wherever you are. We are in different parts of the world. It's an honor to be here with all of you. Now, my background is really simple. I came from an educational background. I thought being an academic would give me some of the things I needed to support my families and charities out in Africa, which is great. Nothing wrong with education. Sadly, it's not designed for big incomes. It really is a profession, and there's nothing wrong with that. Fortunately, last year, I was invited to go to Oslo by our upline, Black ambassador, Ms. Ad Napolitano, and I was honored to join him there. And I, of course, my dear sister Ala Taifoor was there, and Ms. Alex Alexander, amongst many other people. It was then in Oslo that Allah took my bloods, and I'm forever going to be grateful to you for really showing me what these ratios really meant. My blood time was 10:1. I had no idea what it meant. Now that I do, I was way off the charts, which meant really I needed to do something. Coming back to the United Kingdom, we hit the ground running as a team, all of us, just like we are speaking this afternoon. And my blood test right now is 2.8:1, which I'm excited about. So Now it's time to leave. So that being said, my friends, I'm going to walk you through the absolutely compensation plan. And like I said, our Zinzino director, Taifoor, went through the science very eloquently as always. I mean, I could listen to Allah all day and all week. Anyway, and so today I'm just walking you through compensation plan and the fast start. The company really has got everything in place for you and I, which means really to create a significant residual income, folks. There are a couple of things really they advise you to do. It's your choice, it's your business. What are these two things really? That's acquiring customers and building a team. When you do that, there's available for each and every one of you, once you have done the work, 10 different ways of getting paid. I mean, with all the education I have, guess what, my friends? I only had one income to have 10 ways. Come on. This is unbelievable. So let's look at one of the areas they can choose to carry on to earn your income and residual income is actually a career plan, okay, sales, which is fine. So in the beginning, folks, your effort, my effort, is actually going to create that income for you in the beginning. As you begin to build the team alongside your customers, guess what, my friends? You now have the ability to have residual income. That's you getting the benefit from the team that you collectively built. So let's look at the product career or customer career plan. And again, that's a choice. We see here up to 24 customers. A customer is just a bottle or any of the single product that we have. The company is giving you customer bonuses of 10%. Now, some of you might say, well, only 10%. I've just been doing some research on the high streets today. Most shopkeepers out there, they don't get any more than 3 to 5% with all the costs that go with owning a shop. So, folks, this is a phenomenal amount. And of course, as you move on to the next level, which is the A team, and again, 25 customers plus, you now have bonus of 20% and plus. Do you know something, my friends? Some of you are brand new here. But if I knew what I know today, I would have done this in my first week to become A team because of all the advantages which I won't go through right now. And of course, the next item, 50 customers plus, is your pro team, now getting 25% of the bonuses. Over 100 customers, 30%. And then over 200 customers, 30% plus. So these are all what's available for you and I. Personally, I just need to get to A team. I'll get to the rest anyway later on because I want to build my team. Now, how do we start building a team? Again, it's not what you know, or rather, it's not who you know, or even the people that they know. It's the people that they also know beyond that. So this is easy. So let's just look now to the first 120 days in your own business, where you can actually literally have 3 things that happen for you. You can earn, you can learn, and again, get yourself in balance, which is very exciting, by the way. Now, Allah just shared with us, when it's you there, you choose to join is free. Then you go on to choose the package of your own choice, whether it's a basic one or it's the ultimate kit, or you've got really the large balance anyway. It's up to you. Guys, she said we all need 4 customers, which is fine. Those are the customers you're going to find out over there. Could be your brother and sister, family, it doesn't matter. Personally, I was the customer, by the way. By doing this in my first 30 days, which can be done in 1 hour, if that's what you want to do, the qualification here is called Q team, qualified team. And for doing this, you need, by the way, to make sure there are not just 4 customers. Sometimes it might be 5, depending on the amount of credits you have for each product, which is very good. So on that note, you are rewarded 85 pounds. Again, this is just a one-off to say thank you very much for putting together these 4 wonderful customers. However, something happens. This is critical. Allah has already shared with us. You now have your free bottle of oil every single month, provided you maintain this particular 20 credits anyway, or 4 customers in your first 4 months. Okay? So the next thing really is the next 60 days. What is it there for you? It's up to you. We advise you to put together a couple of people that you like on the left-hand side, one person called A, maybe Adam. On the right side, maybe someone called Betty. Now, what's Adam and Betty going to do? Because they are volunteers as well, they are absolutely here to build the team with you. Help them to duplicate what you did. This is the word we use over and over again. What does that mean? Monkey see, monkey do. It's as simple as that. So they go out there, choose their own packs, of course, after enrollment, making sure they work with their 4 customers. After having done that, they will each be rewarded within that special time. They are 85 pounds. You get your rewards of 340 pounds. The next thing, as you can see only here, what are they going to do? Just like you. They're going to find themselves two people each that they like and want to work with. Those 2 people each also do exactly what we did earlier on, monkey see, monkey do. They get themselves the Q team qualification with 85 pounds. Now, Adam and Betty, what's going to happen? They've helped 2 people with your help, of course. They now get 340 pounds. For your efforts anyway, you now got 1,020. These are your bonuses you are getting for helping other people. That's why we say we are here, people helping people. In the next 120 days, my friends, it's important now to go from 4 customers now to 10 customers. Okay, very important. Now, there's a Roman numeral, 10 means X. That's what it's all about anyway. As the X team, my friends, you now need to take note. You now have 10 customers. But be careful, you need to have the 50 credits again. Again, this is important when you get this level here in the first 4 months. And again, once you've done that, guess what? The reward again are all there for you, 128 pounds for you helping other people. Now, the potential for here is 1,573 pounds. You can see you've already literally replaced all your costs by now. But there's something bigger and better to come. And then you've got your customer bonus again, 85 pounds, commissions, and bonuses, some more. Now, here is the new title now, 120 pounds. But what is this new title you're going to get? You now have the position of the silver. But let me just summarize what I've just shared with you so far. 4 customers, Q team. 6 more customers, 10 customers, X team. Now, when you get to have Betty and Adam all qualified the right way it's important. You are now got bronze. Again, this is where residual income starts as bronze, which is 50 pounds, depending on once you've done all that hard work. As you begin to reach out to help other people to the silver level, this now becomes a cornerstone, folks, in 2 ways. Number 1, you've now raised your 50 pounds at bronze residual to 170 pounds, again, a month residual for all the hard work you've done. But here is the kicker. This really is the most important. Once you reach this position, my friends, you now have a cornerstone, as Mr. Adnapolitan calls it, whereby you can now duplicate the silver level to your team. So let's imagine you now help 4 of those anyway to get to your level. Guess what's going to happen? It absolutely raises your profile now to become an executive. Remember again, folks, you only get to the next level by helping other people. As an executive now, your residual income now is going from 170 pounds now to 680 pounds per month. And again, that includes really what they call the phone bonus. Imagine being helped by the company to pay your phone bills. How cool is that? As you begin to move duplication again, help your 4 silvers to become executive, now you're a diamond. At the diamond level, the income now is beginning to look a bit more substantive. 3,400 pounds, my friends, per month. Again, the company is helping you to literally say, we want you to run your car efficiently with an income from Zinzino to the tune of about 1,000 euros, which is about 800 pounds anywhere. Thereafter, your people are saying, okay, how can we also get diamond? Okay, you now help 4 people to diamond, you become an executive. Sorry, 4 people to crown. At the crown level, guess what's going to happen here? It's now 10,200 pounds. Wow. Anyway, that being said, my friends, let's now summarize everything I've just shared with you now. The commissions range from 10% to 15%, okay? Depending on your team's build up, of course. And then, as we see here, as you bring your Adam and Betty together, two people, bring two people, bring two people, that's the binary system. You can see here, as we begin now to help them to achieve a minimum of 10 customers, 10 customers each anyway, or 10 customers each, sorry. You are now beginning to build a quite substantial business. As you can see, the figures are quite exciting. Anyway, that's the summary for you. And then what about the income potentials? Potentials, folks, depending on how much work you put in, all the way from bronze to the president. That's all there for you, depending on how much effort you put in. Beyond the president, my friends, the company is actually introduced now shares now, okay? Stock shares. As you can see over there, up to £1 million for a 3-star president. How many people are doing that? A lot. I was in Oslo last week, but guys, there are a lot of people at these levels. If you want to bad enough, you get there. That being said, my friends, it's my honor to introduce now my leader. This guy has been my mentor for the last 22 years, all the way from Scotland, Zinzino director, the ever smiling Mr. Alex Alexander.
Hey, Douglas, how are you?
On top of the world, thank you so much for asking.
Absolutely fantastic. You know what? I
Yes,
was
sir.
listening to you and Allah. I've sat down and listened to this, and it really hit me really big, because the reason that we're in network marketing is because we need word of mouth advertising. That's how we build teams. That's how we build customers. And every network marketing company out there is a me too, except Zinzino, because these two things put us in front of the world's science community. One's called a balance test. You now know what that does for you folks. One's called the gut test, and you now know what that does for you. So it just hit me that our groups need to get the big story out there that every other network marketing company is a me too. They're a me too in beauty. They're a me too in pills and potions. They're a me too in skincare. They're a me too in everything except Zinzino. I just think that is phenomenal that we in network marketing are leading the world. And I want you to know why, folks, who's listening to this. It's because we've got two owners, a guy called Orion and someone called Hilda, his wife, and they are totally committed to the endeavors of ordinary men and women around the world who become an entrepreneur with Zinzino. And if it wasn't for them, we would not be leading the world with this science. So I just want everyone to grasp you're in a unique place, and my gosh, where is this going to be in the next little while from now? My job is to help you get started. Douglas has already mentioned this, and so is Al. I'm just reinforcing it. You're going to get started. You can get started with our science-based company leading the world completely for free. You can have your web shop up and running in multiple countries and multiple languages. And you've got a back office where you can learn everything you need to learn to be a successful Zinzino practitioner. I think the number one kit to look at is the ultimate. For those of you who have started with a basic kit, please speak to your support team on the way that you upgrade. There is one way that you upgrade, and it's not to that advanced kit I'm showing you on the screen. There's another way that you upgrade, and you have to speak to your support team. But the ultimate kit is really the best way to go. So when you upgrade, you're up to the ultimate kit. Why is that cool? Because as they've already explained to you, you're getting a refund. I can tell you now, I don't know how many people in my organization got this refund. We're talking dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of people, the same people that earned somewhere between £2,000 and £4,000 in their first month, 2 or 3, when they got started with me, and they got all their refund back a year down the line. This is absolutely brilliant, and we're leading the world in what we do. It's just phenomenal. Every one of us has got to get an auto order. It's part of the package. You've got to get your auto order, because that helps to fund things like all the free tests that we're going to give to people, 3 a year, by the way. But here's the great news. Although you're setting yourself up for the auto order at £69, all the smart people never pay this money, because all those people have got at least 4 customers. So I've never paid for this. So when I got started, I got my 4 customers on the same day I got started. And so this auto order that is for £69 plus your carriage, I've never paid that. I've only paid the carriage because I had at least 4 customers, and that's what it's showing you there. So for all the brand new people, the one thing you've got to do rapidly is get 4 customers. That could be yourself. It could be 2 from yourself and mummy and daddy. It could be brother and sister, uncles and aunties. But you got to get 4 customers ASAP, and you got to have 20 credits. All of our products have credits. Some 4, some 5, some 3, some 2, etc. And all these credits add up to getting you paid. It's the credits that create pounds in your bank account. That's how the system works. Everything worldwide has got credits. So if you're new, you must get your 4 customers ASAP. You must have 20 credits or more, and you'll never pay for that auto ship, which is, I think, brilliant. So you've got yourself started, you've become an entrepreneur. So if you're a school teacher, or if you're an accountant, or if you're a bus driver, or if you work in a hotel, or if you work in an engineering company, whatever you do, this becomes your plan B. This is your plan A, but it's your plan B that can create an income so you can walk away from that plan A, because maybe you're not in love with the plan A anyway. So therefore, let's build a plan B that could maybe supersede that. Now, if you are in love with your plan A, brilliant. Keep your plan A going, have your plan B, and now you've got a dual income stream coming in. So let's get you started. Let's get a meeting. Let's see what you're looking for. What is it you're looking for? Yes, you're going to change your health. Yes, you're going to change the health of your family and your immediate people that you're around. Yes, that's going to be brilliant. But the one other thing that most people, I think, need in this world is a really good income. And remember, if you've got more income, then you can give more away. What comes to mind right now? A country called Jamaica. A country called Jamaica is needing help. But you see, if you're already on using all your money up with what you earn, maybe you've not got enough money to give. Maybe you can't help the charity. But if you've got a good solid plan B with your plan A, then maybe you can help to give to some of these charities around the world. And you can see some of the things that I've put up there. Again, that's just a snapshot of where you can earn money. And you know what? I want to draw yourself to something really, really simple. You see that one that says executive? Forget all those other titles. If you could get to executive and make £400 or £500 a month extra, what would that do for your plan B to help your plan A. I'm letting you know, folks, around the United Kingdom, most people would love an extra £400 or £500. So forget all those other numbers. If there's one tip I need to give to you, get to executive this month if you're not already there. They give you €400 for your telephone bill. €400. That's not counting the other money. So you got to get to executive, because I'm letting you know £400 or £500 can help most people around the United Kingdom. We're going to work on who do you know. I'm going to give you a huge tip. Do not prejudge anyone. Don't think someone's making a lot of money so they shouldn't be on your list. Don't think because somebody lives over there and doesn't go out and doesn't do this, they shouldn't be on your list. I'm letting you know, you put everyone on your list. Who do you know? Because I'm going to let you into a secret. You never know where that could lead. One of my colleagues happened to contact a casual acquaintance in Canada. Casual acquaintance in Canada a month ago. The guy in Canada went, "Oh my God, this makes sense." He got 25 people into the system in 3.5 weeks, all buying the ultimate pack. He opened up 4 new countries for my colleague. So don't prejudge anyone. You never know where that can take you. Look, we've even spent time to do inviting scripts. This is an inviting script for maybe you getting a customer. "Hi, I have a question for you. Is your health important to you?" I mean, for goodness sake, is your health important to you? I should actually say to you, and I can't believe it, but I had somebody say no. I felt like going like that to him, but I thought, well, I better not do that. But he just wanted to just eat what he wants, drink what he wants, c'est la vie, mañana. Thank the Lord, I've only met one like that in a year and a half. Everybody else said, of course, my health's important. The reason I'm asking is because I'm representing a health science company from Scandinavia. I am promoting a blood screening test that provides us with critical health information. It gives you the most important number that you don't know about your health. I always add in, and your doctors are not going to do this for you, because your doctors are only in the sickness business, and it's us that's in the health business. Would you like to know more? That is just brilliant. And your job is now to go to your web shop, print out information from your web shop, click on the oil, click on the xenobiotics or whatever, page down and print out all that brilliant information that you can go and see your customer armed with the facts. Here's a lovely invite if you know someone who wants to become an entrepreneur and work with Zinzino, leading the world in science-based technology. I have a question for you. Do you keep your business options open? Do you know what? I actually had somebody a long time ago say, "No, I don't, I'm very happy." Do you know what I did? I said, "Fantastic, you have a great day and I'll catch you sometime soon." And I put the phone down. See, my job's not here to convince him he needs to look at his health or to convince him to look at a business opportunity. My job is just to ask the question. But I've got news for you. You know, when I met that guy about a month later, do you know what he said to me? He said to me, "You rang me a month ago and you asked me a question. What was all that about?" So I said to him, "Let me ask you a question. Do you keep your business options open?" So he thought, "Oh my God, the last time I said no and Alex just walked away. So maybe I should change the response." Of course, he did change the response, and then I owned up to him, and by the way, he became part of my organization. I thought of you because I know that you are business-minded, are interested in health, are good with people, etc., etc. Would you like to know more? We're working with a leading science-based company in the world who are creating records around the world with their proven science technology. Would you like to know more? We've even got something called Zinzino Play. Used to be called Zinzino TV. Listen, every video that you want is there to learn. This is what's brilliant about Zinzino. They've done all this brilliant work in the background that's in your back office under the file library. You know, so just go and look at the file library, go to your back office, look on the left-hand side, file library, go in there and learn our business. Now, I know we had a scientist on at the beginning, and she spent years studying biochemistry, you know, to get that degree. I get that, you know, and Ala is an MS. That stands for medical scientist. By the way, for those of you who don't know, you see all these GPs, you know what they do? They give you 2 bits of paper. One bit of paper is a referral. That's probably the best bit of paper. The other bit of paper is called a prescription. And I'm sorry to say, I think they're going from toxic food to toxic pills. But those people who take bloods and send it back office, they send it to people like a medical scientist, just like Ala. And Ala goes and analyzes all this blood works, and then she recommends what the doctor should tell you as a patient. So trust me, the doctor is just the guy or the woman giving you the information that came from the back office from an MS. Need to wake up on how this system works. You can get nearly a degree by going into the file library. Hey, we can work on social media. And I know many of you do work on social media, and there's all different facets of social media, and you can follow people on social media. And yes, Zinzino is in social media. We've got this beautiful little app called the GoCore app. I've got it on my phone, so when I go out and somebody hits me with a question I've never had before, I went, hold on a minute, let me just check my online doctor. They go, online doctor? And I went, yeah, it's called the GoCore app. And I go in there, I click on what I want to check, and hey presto, up comes the answer. I give them the answer. Let me ask you a question. Do you need to know more? So step 8, real simple. We're going to send you a box. The box is going to have your products in it. There's a lovely little hardback book in there called the Express Start. You have to read that. Everything you need to be successful is in that little book that they send to you in your box. I mean, how good is that? And if you've got any questions, you get onto your support team ASAP. And then we're going to start planning what we're going to do with you. How quick can you get the 4 customers? How quick can you get to Q team? How quick can you get to X team? That just means 10 more customers. So with that, I hope I've managed to get over a little bit of important information to you. And it's my job now to hand back to my dear host, which is Jenny Arrowsmith. So over to you, Jenny.
Wow, thank you so much. Zinzino Director Alex Alexander. And that, ladies and gentlemen, brings today's training to a close. But before we go, we're going to hear from a handful of Zinzino sports ambassadors. Now, these are top sports people who are not paid, but they receive the Zinzino nutrition in exchange for sharing their experience as part of Zinzino's mission to bring better health to the world. So thank you for all your attendance today. And let's listen to our sports ambassadors. Enjoy. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.
Congratulations, Zinzino.
20 years at the top.
Happy birthday.
Congratulations with this huge 20-year milestone.
Hey, Zinzino, here's congrats with your 20 years anniversary.
2025. That makes it Zinzino's 20th year in business. Yeah, come on, get in there. I've been using these products for 3 years and we have been through a lot of preparations, tournaments, title fights, you name it, and many more great successes to come in the future.
20 years of Zinzino. How lucky are we? Congratulations, Zinzino.
Zinzino is celebrating 20 years in business, so congratulations. I am very, very, very happy to be a part of this team.
It has brought me health in both my physical and mental state, and I have been very happy to share this amongst my athlete community.
I'm very proud to be a brand ambassador for the brand. Their product helped me out with my everyday riding. I feel so much more confident and better on my bike, and also with previous injuries, it helped me heal way quicker.
Don't ask for tailwind, ask for headwind, because that is when muscles grow. Have fun and enjoy the ride.
I'm super excited and proud ambassador for Zinzino. Without you guys, I wouldn't be doing as well as I am in my sport and also training. I'm literally just about to go for a run right now. So thank you for the Amigos, particularly for me. And roll on the next 20, that's what I say.
I would like to congratulate Zinzino on their 20th anniversary, and I am so happy to be a part of the team as a Zinzino ambassador.
Oh my God, 20 years, that's amazing. You have done just such a great job with Zinzino. And I'm a very proud ambassador because I think your products are great.
I love you, Zinzino. All the best.